I came to Measure because I found a combination of theory and practice. As a professor of epidemiology, I have an interest in methods and how things are done and the kinds of measurements that one can collect and what you can do with them. But in measure evaluation, it's important that we keep everything very practical, very applied. And so I find in working at Measure that when I make an advance in science, that it's not something that just goes into a publication and rests on a shelf. It's immediately implemented into work that is done in the countries that need it the most.
So about 10 years ago, I met a few people during the course of my work, and I thought that they were a fabulous set of technical people. And I was interested to know if there were more of these people. And so when I started working at Measure, I realized that this is, I would say, the most substantial assembly of technical people I've ever interacted with.
Measure is doing incredibly exciting work to expand the knowledge base about the patterns and dynamics of human welfare problems, especially surrounding population and health, and the things that are driving those patterns and dynamics in lower income countries. The potential is there, if you can answer these questions well, to design programming that will tremendously improve human welfare in these societies.
The impact that certainly everybody here wants to see is that there is evidence-based or evidence-informed decisions that are being made. There are a lot of decisions that are made based on people's experience, based on what they think is happening, based on many different things. But if the decisions are backed by evidence or informed by evidence, then there's a greater chance that what is being implemented is what's appropriate.
The short-term goals of the project are to build the capacity of the workforce, to build a workforce altogether in monitoring and evaluation. It's also to build systems and to enable people to work with those systems. The long-term goal is to work ourselves out of that whole activity and to turn that over to the countries that we've been working with so that they can manage them themselves.
I think the most important thing is for the university community to know that there is this group within the university that's really straddling this sort of divide between sort of research and engagement in the policy discussion that's happening in lower income countries, and they're bridging it by generating information that's very useful to both ends, and that by improving the way that programs are targeted, by allowing you to set priorities as policymakers in the face of scarce resources, it really does have the power to transform the world.